This renewal season will be a bit different. We will have MLTs complete their 2024 learning plans using the old CCP version, but the self-assessment will be the new version with the new standards of practice and code of ethics. The first question in the self-assessment will be for members to provide their current or future potential professional job title. This allows members who are not yet working brainstorm regarding a potential future position and allows working members to reflect on their current position or contemplate if they wish to change focus and/or position within the profession. The next question asks members to describe their professional role. This includes what they do on a daily basis. For example, in the hospital laboratory, I am responsible for testing a variety of specimens such as blood, urine, and spinal fluid. With these specimens, I test them on a variety of analyzers for hematology, coagulation, urinalysis, and transfusion medicine. The next question members reflect on is in regards to the specific practice settings in which they practice. There are a variety of different practice settings for MLTs practicing in Alberta, such as a hospital laboratory, a research laboratory, a classroom, etc. The next question asks MLTs to reflect on their intended service users and identify their specific needs. Remember, the term service users refers to any individual who uses the MLT's services, including patients, clients, students, employees, or any other group. For example, my service users include patients in which I provide the results of biological tests for. These tests are resulted to a doctor or a nurse depending on the status and importance of the results. I also work with other MLTs and assistants which require my open communication and team working skills. The next question asks members to describe the trends, short and long-term, challenges, changes, and/or risks in their practice role, setting, and/or service users that will impact their practice, their competence, and/or their learning needs now or in the future. For example, an MLT may comment on a new analyzer coming into the hospital lab where they work. They may currently feel anxious about the change because they have not fully understood the analyzer and its associated changes within the laboratory. They may want to stay on top of the implementation of the analyzer and the associated policies and processes that will eventually be implemented. The last question brings all the questions together, asking MLTs, based on their service users, the trends, the challenges, their expertise and interests, what knowledge and skills do they need to stay current in their practice? For example, the MLT who previously mentioned the new analyzer coming to their laboratory may identify that sample integrity is really important for them to learn about to ensure they are accepting appropriate samples and rejecting appropriate samples to ensure they are releasing accurate and reliable results to the doctor or nurse providing care to the patient. Now the MLT must select one standard of practice or the code of ethics in which they would like to focus on for the CCP cycle year. When members select one, additional information will automatically populate within their learning plan. For this example, the MLT has selected professional knowledge, and we can see what this means for an MLT. The next question again asks MLTs to answer why this specific standard of practice or code of ethics was chosen. For example, the MLT may really want to increase their understanding in professional knowledge because of the new analyzer coming in. The MLT may comment on the need to understand the new processes, such as specimen integrity, turnaround time, testing methodology, quality control, and quality assurance to make sure that they are releasing accurate results for doctors for interpretation. This new test is vital to patients, and understanding the methodology will help me troubleshoot if I run into any issues. Understanding specimen type, QA and QC will also help decrease turnaround time for patient results. Taking a deeper dive into this analyzer will help myself with my own confidence when performing the test. The last part is for members to determine a maximum of 3 potential activities they may do to complete this learning plan. For example, The MLT may take a formal course, review subject matter relevant to professional practice, and/or share knowledge expertise as a trainer, mentor, or preceptor. Note that what is selected here does not have to be the activity that ultimately achieves the goal. It is okay if the MLT thought they were going to take a formal course, but in the end ended up participating in a committee or focus group. The MLT is now ready to submit their 2025 self-assessment. The self-assessment will automatically lock, but MLTs can review their self-assessment in the My Learning tab within their account. Here, MLTs can provide evidence of learning goal completion and add 2 additional planned or unplanned learning activities. If an MLT has completed more than 1 activity that meets the learning goal and 2 supplemental activities, the program does allow for members to add a max of 3 additional activities. Please note that only 1 activity meeting the learning goal and 2 supplemental planned or unplanned learning activities are all that is required by the program. Up to 3 additional activities will be accepted, but only looked at during audit if there are issues with the other activities.